The European Parliament has now set in stone the EU's objective of carbon neutrality by 2050. A large majority of MEPs approved the European climate law on Thursday, which aims to make the 27-member bloc the driving force and example in the fight against climate change. For the MEP in charge of the law, the vote is a major one.
I'm very happy. I see this as the first page on this new pathway that we are going to have in Europe and in the European Union, going to climate neutrality. And it's historic. We are going from being a coal and steel union to being climate neutral, and that's it's cool. It's a very cool day.
The law calls for a reduction of greenhouse gas emissions by at least 55% by 2030, which the chairman of the Parliament's Environment Committee says is a considerable achievement.
It's a compromise. We all know that the Parliament was ready to go further, but with this climate law, we will go 2.5 times faster in the next decade than in the last one.
The climate law will lead to the creation of a scientific advisory committee, which will have the objective of evaluating the coherence of European policies and the progress made by the EU. But these elements aren't enough to convince all sides. The Greens say that the law doesn't do enough to limit global warming by the targeted 1.5 degrees Celsius.
What we have on the table now with the climate law, science tells us that it will lead to global temperature rise between 2 and 3 degrees. So it clearly fails the Paris Agreement.
But Conservative MEPs say that this transformation has too high a cost for citizens and governments and will eventually lead to higher taxes and an increase in the cost of daily life.
The adopted document is disappointing. There is no money for currently. Without proper financing, it will not be possible to achieve a just transformation. The climate law has orders and bans and will not only result in new taxes, but also in an increase in the cost of everyday life.
The European Commission will present more proposals in July related to its landmark Green Deal, as it looks to further limit the effects of climate change. Christopher Pitcher's Euronews, Brussels.